You've heard it a million times, right? Absence makes the heart grow fonder. But is that really true, or is it just one of those things people say? Well, it turns out there's some serious psychology behind it, and today we're going to dive into what actually makes someone miss you, not by playing games, but by building real, genuine self-worth.
So why does it work? Why does a little bit of space suddenly crank up the attraction? It all comes down to a really basic, powerful idea in our brains: scarcity. I mean, think about it. When something's not always around, we value it more. It's why people line up for a limited edition pair of sneakers or bid crazy amounts for a rare comic book. The harder it is to get, the more our brain tells us we have to have it.
Okay, and I want to get this out of the way right now. This is not about playing games. This isn't a guide on how to be cold or manipulative. No way. It's about understanding the psychology of connection. See, there's a world of difference between just acting hard to get and actually being someone who is worth the wait.
So, here's how we're going to tackle this. First, we'll get into the psychology of absence itself. Then, and this is crucial, we'll talk about building your own world. After that, we'll cover mastering the interaction, and finally, we'll bring it all home with the high-value mindset. All right, let's jump right in. Section 1, the psychology of absence. And like the slide says, this is about way more than just playing hard to get. We're going to dig a little deeper into what really drives human desire. I love this quote because it just nails it. It's not merely about being hard to get. It's about being worth the wait. See, the point isn't to fake being busy. The point is to build a life that's so awesome, so full, that your time is genuinely valuable. And when you do that, your absence is felt naturally. It's not a tactic. It's just you respecting yourself. And this leads us straight to the trap of constant availability. I mean, really think about it. If you're the one always texting first, always available, always there at a moment's notice, what does that say about your life? It kind of signals you don't have much else going on, right? It's like having your favorite food for every single meal. At first it's great, but eventually it just gets boring. The magic wears off. So, what's the move here? How do you create that healthy space? Well, it's pretty simple actually. You just dial back the constant contact a bit. Don't always be the one to text first. Give them a chance to reach out. You're giving them room to actually think about you, to remember the fun you had. And that's the whole secret. They start to miss you, not because you're playing some game, but because you've given their brain the space to do it. Which brings us perfectly to our next section. And honestly, this might be the most important part of this whole thing: building your own world. Because here's the truth. Real attraction isn't just about how cool you are when you're with them. It's about how compelling your life is when you're not. Your life needs to have its own center of gravity, you know? It's about your passions, the things that light you up. It's your goals and your ambitions. It's your friends, your circle. It's having a purpose. When you have all that, you're not a puzzle piece looking for someone else to complete you. You're the whole puzzle. And attraction, that just becomes a natural side effect of you living an awesome life. And this is what we mean when we talk about being high value. And let's be super clear, this has zero to do with your bank account. We're talking about the stuff on the inside, your principles, what you stand for, your drive, your attitude, and most of all, your self-respect. It's all about who you are, not what you own. And this right here is a fundamental law of human interaction. Your time is your most valuable asset. When you treat your time as precious, other people will too. So not replying to a text 2 seconds after you get it, that's not a game. It's you communicating, hey, I have a life. I have priorities. It shows them that your attention is something to be earned, not just given away. Okay, so you're building this amazing life for yourself. Awesome. But how does that actually play out when you're, interacting with someone? That's what this next part is all about: mastering the interaction and creating some of that intrigue. You want to be a book they can't put down. Think about it. If you read the last page of a mystery novel first, why would you read the rest? It's the same with people. Don't lay out your entire life story on the first date. We are wired to be curious. So reveal yourself a little bit at a time. Be a fascinating puzzle they can't wait to figure out. And a big part of that is mastering the art of leaving them wanting more. Here's how it works. You have to be the one to end the conversation or the date while it's still amazing, right at the peak. It's like your favorite TV series that ends an episode on a massive cliffhanger. What do? You spend all week thinking about it, dying to see what happens next. You want to create that same feeling. Okay, now this next concept, it's a delicate one. We're talking about something called strategic jealousy. But hold on, it is not what it sounds like. This is not about trying to make someone feel bad or insecure, not at all. It's simply about showing that you have a vibrant, fun social life. When they see you're happy and fulfilled with your friends and hobbies, it naturally creates a little bit of longing. It's not a game, it's just a consequence of you living a full, attractive life. And while you're interacting, two things make you absolutely magnetic: charisma and confidence. And they're not the same thing. Charisma is external. It's about making other people feel seen, heard, and important. Confidence is internal. It's that quiet belief in your own value, that you don't need anyone's approval. When you have both, man, people feel amazing around you, which makes them miss you like crazy when you're not there.
And you know those low-effort hey or sup text? Don't fall for that attention bait. Firing back a reply in 3 seconds flat just tells them you were sitting there, waiting for their message. By taking your time, not as a game, but because you're actually busy, you subconsciously communicate that your attention is a valuable thing, and that makes them want it even more.
So we've gone through the psychology, building your world, mastering the interaction. What does this all add up to? Well, that brings us to the final takeaway, the high-value mindset. Because at the end of the day, this isn't a script you follow. It's a lifestyle you live. And really, this is what it all boils down to. This is the whole point. Your absence is felt because your presence is a treat. It's that simple. All these other things, building your life, valuing your time, being charismatic, they're all just ways to make your presence so amazing, so positive that when you're not there, it's noticed deeply. So I'll just leave you with this to chew on. If you really focus on building that incredible life for yourself, is creating absence even a strategy anymore? Or does it just become the natural, effortless result of you living a life that is so genuinely full and interesting that people can't help but want to be a part of it?